Hello, my name is H.A. Pruitt and I'm the author of the Anathalian series, and in this video I'm going to do a book review. But before I do the review, I want to say that doing reviews for books is so important. It helps authors out so much in a way they can't help themselves. Readers telling other people about the books gives credibility to the book that the author can't give, because an author will say all the time, this book is great and wonderful, and they believe it, but when readers hear readers say this book is great and wonderful, they're going to believe that other people believe it's great too. So if you read a book, please do review a book on Amazon, on Goodreads, on social media, wherever. Tell other people about it. Do book reviews. Okay, so the book I'm going to review today is called First Shift by A.J. Skelly. So First Shift is a paranormal romance. I would say the age range is new adult and older. It's a werewolf book. The author said she enjoys werewolf books, but couldn't find any without smut, you know, like super erotic romance junk, or maybe not even super, just like stuff like that. And so she wrote one of her own. The author also said that this series, I just read the first book, it's a whole series. The series does include descriptive kissing and sex off screen between a married couple. After reading, I can say that the kissing was very descriptive. Really descriptive. It was like on the edge there for me. But the sex was presented in the least smutty way possible, and that the whole book does carry a strong message of reserving sex for marriage. So I probably said it one of my positives, but I did really appreciate that where this book had physical romance going on, it was between a married couple. Yeah, so I really did appreciate that. That was a good thing, because that's where that stuff should happen, in marriage. And as I said, there was a sex scene, but it was like what they call fade to dark. And what was described was more the emotional, and it was just like a little paragraph. But it wasn't even, it was not erotic at all. Like, I wish I could tell you, because it was just perfect. It was perfect how it was done. But it didn't, stir up any feelings or emotions or those things you read when you read stuff that you're like, oh, this is getting a little too, it wasn't like that at all. All it described was, I can't describe it without describing it, but it's okay. It's okay to read if you're worried about that stuff. The kissing scenes were the only thing where I was like, oh my goodness, okay, this is, please stop now, please stop. Yeah, but it's, I don't know if you would call it clean, but it's definitely not clean. So it's like on the line right there. So there you go. Okay, so my son, he has announced himself. So the positives, the tension and the action were written so well that they made me feel the feelings of the characters. I really enjoyed how well I could visualize the action, and the situations made me read fast to know what was happening next. Okay, so it is a werewolf. It is a werewolf romance. But it has this kind of like mystery going on, and this bigger story. The romance is definitely the main plot, but you have a lot of side things going on and enough intrigue in those and action going on parallel to this romance that it made me enjoy the book. I'm not a romance person, but like, who is trying to kill this person, and what is going on, and what kind of tension is over here, and why are these people fighting, and the politics of the werewolves, and the action scenes where they're turning into werewolves and fighting. And so I thought there was a lot else in there that you can enjoy the book even if you're not like super romance person. And all of that was written really well, and it made me want to keep reading. I was like, oh, I have to find out, is somebody going to die in this chapter? Who is doing all this? And I thought I knew, but I didn't know. Okay, so my next positive is the characters were likable and believable. It wasn't like this, like, romance can be ridiculous sometimes with the characters, but they felt very believable and realistic. Even though the story is a romance, the main male character, Sam, never acted or talked in a way that was too perfect. I hate how romance always paints these guys like perfect. I'm like, this is so not real. But he just seemed like a regular person. He didn't seem unbelievable. And the main female character, Megan, wasn't infatuated with him, but reacted to situations like a real girl her age would. I liked them both and was rooting for them both. So I don't think in my description I told you what the book is about. Okay, so Sam is a werewolf, and he accidentally bites Megan. He doesn't mean to, it's an accident. And so the book is about dealing with this accidental bite, because even though it's accidental, she still turns into a werewolf. And so her dealing with turning into a werewolf, not knowing that this even existed, thinking she's crazy, and him trying to be like, sorry, now you kind of have to be my mate forever. But he doesn't tell her that, because he doesn't want her to feel like she has to stay a werewolf, because they're also not sure if she's gonna stay a werewolf. And so you have that layer of, we don't know what's gonna happen. So it's about that. That's what this book is about. I hope I didn't give too much away with that, because there's a lot more to it. Like I said, they don't know what's gonna happen, and then other things happen, and okay, I'll stop. But that's what it's about, trying to deal with this accidental werewolf bite and all the things that go along with it. And then you throw in somebody's trying to kill somebody in this werewolf pack, and then it gets bigger, and there's a lot to it. I hope it sounds exciting the way I badly explained it. Another positive. The romance was definitely the main plot, but the plot of Megan making a choice, how Megan had to make a choice, and the background mystery were enough to make it not just a romance. So I already talked about that a lot. And my next positive, I really appreciated the morals in this book. A lot of romance books don't have morals, but I really appreciated the morals in this book. I talked about them already, how sex was very much in the book. All the positive characters said that you need to wait until marriage to have sex. And that was very prominent in the book, and I really appreciated it. It wasn't like beating you over the head, but it was like, this is the morals we need to follow. And it like wasn't questioned, and I really appreciated it, and it was a good thing. And it was presented in a positive and believable way. So that was really good. Yeah. So my negative, I have one negative. I don't have any negatives, but my husband made fun of me for enjoying this book. I'm like, I'm reading this werewolf romance and I'm enjoying it. And he's like, that's not what he sounds like, but he was making fun of me for it. Yeah, so that's my only negative, which is not a negative for the book, and so I'm not going to put it in the review. But, yeah, so I enjoyed this book, and I think if you like romance, then you'll like this book. If you're not a big fan of romance, you may still find things that you like about this book. And I wouldn't say it's a YA book. It's older than YA with those kissing scenes, which are like, oh my goodness, I need to not think about this too much, or it's not gonna be okay. But yeah, so it's like right on the line between clean and not clean for me, but the morals were good. And so I would say, if you like clean books, then there's a strong chance that you will like this book. And I haven't read the rest of the books in series, but I have seen on Instagram, everybody loves these books so much. So if you want to know more about the books, I asked the author about the books because I have a friend who's like, I like werewolf books, but I don't like where werewolf books go because they're not good. And so I asked the author about it, and she said what I said at the very beginning, that she wrote her own that didn't have that smut, as they call it. So that's what she said the whole series is like. So I'm imagining the whole series is kind of that level of this book. Yeah, so maybe you like this book, maybe not. I would say give it a chance, because I gave it a chance even though I'm not a werewolf, not a romance person. I'm not a werewolf. Yeah, I'm not a werewolf. And neither is my husband, despite how extremely hairy of a man he is. That's not on topic at all. I'm sorry I gave you that image. He always says he should be in my videos without a shirt on. And yeah, okay, so now I'm really off topic. Back on topic. Okay, so AJ Skelly. AJ Skelly has written this Pack Shift series. I think that's one of the books in the series, but she's written this werewolf series, and she's written Flame and Frost of Now, and she's got like an Academy series. So in the next slide, I will tell you how to find her and how to follow her on Instagram and learn all about her books.
You can find more about AJ Skelly on her website, ajskelly.com. You can follow her on Instagram, a.j.skelly, to see all her books and more about her. And you can find her books on Amazon.
So thank you very much for watching. I hope I didn't give too much information about the book and my husband's hairy self. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment, please like, please subscribe to this channel. And please watch my other book reviews. I have a lot of book reviews on my channel, so please do watch my other book reviews. And I did a writing sprint recently with some other authors, so just watch my videos, and thank you for watching. Bye! Bye! If you want to know more about Anna Thalion or H.A. Pruitt, please follow me on Instagram at H.A. Pruitt. You can find me on Amazon as an Amazon author, H.A. Pruitt. Please watch my YouTube channel and all my cool videos on my channel, H.A. Pruitt Anna Thalion. You can find me on the Facebook page, H.A. Pruitt Anna Thalion.
You can follow me on Goodreads by the name H.A. Pruitt and the book Anathalion, or you can go to my website where so much cool stuff about Anathalion is. The website is hapruitt.com.